Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by a man who's now in his 11th season in the league, Matthew Stafford at 31 years of age.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking there for T.J. Jones. And it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
He's got a man open. That's Marshall. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive was surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? They run with Howard. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. On first, they go right back to Howard. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is third down. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jordan Howard, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Check. Watch the before. Yeah, let's get sandwich.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Prescott to throw it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Let's go.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in this.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brooks Reed was able to find his way to the QB. On third down, it's Prescott. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. A first down carry for Barkley. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
54 smart.
On second down, here's Barkley. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Saquon Barkley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Prescott. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons' offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he finds Howard complete. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A first down there on a pickup of 25. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Focus, defense, focus.
Here we go, 46.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. Throwing, Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Crabtree, the intended receiver. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Blue 60.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford, he'll hit his tight end, Walker. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Stafford now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is indeed good, but hold everything here. They might have hit the kicker. And if they did, that'll be a first down. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Here go 46.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
Check. Switch. Okay. Yeah. Hey, 47. 26.
First down, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but still.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Willie Snead, his fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Campbell making the catch.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
To throw again on second down, Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Lady.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
57 Mike 57.
On third down, Stafford dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A huge play that time for the Rams. And even 40 yards. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. And now they're in the hurry-up. Prescott off play action. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On the draw, this is Barkley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Looking to throw. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did. Good. I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, number 20! Watch the run, watch the run!
Stafford on 1st down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Give me some. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Stafford here coming off his pick six. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We call that a sack block.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really...
And the pressure gets to him again. Quinnen Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
9:55, 9:55. Hey, we're going to 53.
They go with Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down. On 2nd and 15 now. Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Prescott now from the 50. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dee Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season. 4th down, Prescott. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And they can't bring him down. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Howard. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They go with Howard again. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. Means that they're strong mentally. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them. Maybe they even change game planning a little bit in order to make things better for them.
On second down now, Barkley. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. Again, it's Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. A first down throw for Prescott.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now Prescott. It's caught by Crabtree. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Check. Walk with the 4.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Saquon Barkley with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? And in the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Atlanta, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., the loss drops them back. From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Yellow, yellow. 180. Number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Yellow, yellow. 53 is Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 87 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 23. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script. Try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
And a Kansas City Chiefs first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On second down, it's McCoy. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And an alley to run. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes dancing to his left. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Second down and goal. Mahomes. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Olivier Vernon. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Play fake. Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 61 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Now McCoy. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A give to Williams, running right. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down. First and 10.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tano Passigno in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Alert! 61, matchbox flight. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
After the sack on first down, Mayfield will let it go deep for Beckham. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 76 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. To throw, Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done.
LaShawn McCoy off to the races. Past the 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 70 yards. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run it again with Chubb. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Watch the whip.
First down, Browns.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's out to Chubb, complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Mayfield now from the 50. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry.
Hey, line alert! General West!
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, no gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Freddie Kitchens going to push the envelope. His guys will go on 4th down. Here's Mayfield. Able to find Harris, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. A toss play to Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Hey, Alpha!
On third down, Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
180! Check 53, no chance.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Seibert's kick is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the made field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And some space here. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. From the 40 now on second down. Mahomes complete. The tight end Kelce. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now here's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. LaShawn McCoy, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's good, and it's now 21-15. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's second down. He's back to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Here's McCoy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll look to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. They'll run on first down. It's McCoy. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Darius Taylor there in to make the tackle.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward, because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do top one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Kansas City.
Let's hit the post-game tailgates and grab some of that barbecue.
Yeah, BBQ. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Mike, wait, Mike. Cross the slant. Hey! 53's a Mike.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Wait, that wide, 80. 53's the Mike. I'm coming after you. Take it.
Now Brady. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 55 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Fulk connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. At defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. Well, you practice these situations. It's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic will get you scored on again.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And he's got room. The 20. There he goes left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Mayfield off the play fake. Flush to his right. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry for Nick Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing on second down. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Mayfield on play action. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Ricky Seals-Jones there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Yeah, Brady's throw there, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Brady now on first down. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. On second down, they'll run with White. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Reload! Hey, Haywood!
They're running it. It's Michelle. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On the toss, here's Michelle. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On second down, Michelle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Brady gives to Michelle. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, you know, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Bridgestone travel.
First down, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Regular. Hey, echo. Here we go.
Play fake. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield will let it go deep for Beckham. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And this one brought in by Sanu. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 40.
On first down, Brady. Caught by Sanu. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Brady. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That'll be a New England first down and gain of 12.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Brady now to throw. Here's Sanu on the catch. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Mayfield looks to throw. He finds Beckham complete. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Patriots.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well. And you would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the All-Pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so. And I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout the season and got better in their bigger games.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
53 is the mark. All day, punk. Alpha.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Brady trying for Edelman again. This time he's got it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Brady. Pass incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep here for into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker Kyle Van Noy. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were...
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They go with Chubb on second down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Hey, alert 33. Watch twins. Watch twins. Hey, Charlie. Watch out.
Mayfield on first down. It's caught by OBJ. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 44 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 99. Run. Check 31. Check 31. Check. Real.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Back now in Foxborough, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Seibert now to kick this thing away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Brady now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And now look at him go. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, 49 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Hey, alert 33. 52. Out. Joker.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. This pass complete to Higgins.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. On first down, Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. From the red zone now, Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. He was looking for Landry that time.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Following the penalty, Michel. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
It's now
29, Alpha. Oh, yeah, and here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And force it. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Sione Takitaki. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in, and the Browns get a score closer. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Working out of the gun, Mayfield, he's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. A spin. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And it's Michel once again. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here we go with Michel. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the ground is Michel. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Keep playing hard.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. It'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought 2 words for this ball game: methodical and predictable. And both of them came together.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And that's complete to Jesse James. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Pretty effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your old line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go play action. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 30, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Out of the gun, Stafford. James has got it, complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
They run. This is Scarborough. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Blue 60.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Set, 180. 50 seconds to mine. Check tight, check tight, check tight.
From the 24, Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Detroit Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Stafford going to come up first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. This is Scarborough. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
That's complete right around the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Set, 280. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Bravo.
First down, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Now Mayfield eluding the pressure right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Come on now.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
25, check 61, matchbox right. Real.
Mayfield on play action. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Stafford going to come up first and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. To throw is Stafford. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
32.
On first down at Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Stafford. This one complete to Lacer. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Now it's Stafford. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
57's Mike.
Throwing again. Stafford. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2. On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down and 11-yard pickup.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And this will have been returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mack Wilson gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
57. Mike, 50. Hey, Delta. Hey. Hey, check, Mike, 56. Hey, middle. All right.
From the gun, Stafford. Got a man, it's Amendola. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guys have.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Stafford Over the middle, complete. That's James. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. It's Scarborough again, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 3rd down, Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 30, the 30, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it.
That's James. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Stafford now 14 out of 17, 82%. And it's 1st and 10.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Watch the pass. Tight on.
Now Scarborough. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Real right, 22,
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Nice 57, 57's right. Watch the screen, watch the screen. And middle. Switch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room to work. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Bo Scarborough, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Extra point good by Prater, and they will take a 7-point lead. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Check three. He's coming, double up.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35.
Let's go, baby.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle, got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Devon Kennard in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Point it right.
One last shot from Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball...